Hi, I'm back. This video is for you if you're looking for life insurance. And we know life insurance need to be a cornerstone of our financial package when you starting to look at long-term wealth for yourself, security for your family, right? Generational wealth. Life insurance is vital. A lot of us just don't have the information, and every time you're looking at a policy, you really answered these questions? If you really think about it, these questions are very vital no matter what you asking for or buying when it comes to life insurance. We definitely don't get a lot of information when it comes to life insurance. And I'll let you know today, life insurance is a big company, it's a big thing, and it's a lot of money to be made in it. And a lot of people take advantage of their client. And these three ways I'm going to talk about here in this video. And when you understand this, you can make a more educated choice when it comes to your life insurance and your protection. And we know in these days, everybody need life insurance, right? Even insurance, period. Everything you look, especially here in America, life insurance is vital. From your car insurance, from your house insurance, and now you can't even rent an apartment without getting insurance on your furniture in the house. What kind of sense did that make? It's all about making money over here in America. It's all about capitalism over here in America. And we need to start educating our people about life insurance, insurance altogether. I got in life insurance because my mom had 3 to 4 policies on my dad. And one of the policies was a term. She's been paying it for a long time. And as you know, term is just what it is. Okay. It's just like renting an apartment. You never own it. You ain't getting no cash value. You ain't getting nothing out of it besides within that length of time you stay there. Okay. Life insurance term is the same way. You only getting covered up to that term time. If it's a 10 year, 20 year, 30 years or something like that, then you have the choice to renew it and you're going to have to go back through medical qualification. Think about it. That's why we talk about it. Get life insurance when you're young and keep it there. It should be more important getting cable or internet or even it's like a should be like a light bill, something that you have to have in life. We got to make it that important. But like I said, life insurance is vital. But you need to know at least 3 things when it comes to buying any kind of life insurance. Okay. And before we get you to buy any policy. When you understand these 3 things, you can make an educated choice because that's how they get over on us. They always sell us something what we know we need, but we don't have education on it. And that's what's holding us back. Life insurance, let's look at it. When you buy life insurance, your money can go only 2 places. That's the premium and what they call paid up edition. Over time, you pay into the policy, and that will determine the commission for the agent. That's right in the policy. And with that being said, we over here at what we do, we want to get the best for you. It ain't all about just selling you a policy or upselling you or something like that. We want you to be educated to make a formal decision because I always tell my agent, put yourself in the client's shoes. Our main question we asked is how much you would like to put in the policy. Meaning, if you want a policy for say a 10 pay and you want to have the ability to put $100,000 in, we ain't gonna say just go ahead and put the whole $100,000 in and let some of it go to principal and some of it go to paid up addition. No, no, no. We want to make it easy for you because the more you put up into the policy, the more money the agent will make on commission. Okay. When you understand this simple question, you can make a more quality decision to get the best out of the life insurance for you and your family. Because you need to know these things instead of just buying something you know you need. Because you want your money to work for you more than it working for the agent, right? Because you want the best for your family. Yes, you need this product, but get the most value out of the product. That's where we come in. Even if you don't buy a plan from us, get the education. Get the education. That's why we do what we do here at Edify to Unify. That's why we built this business to help you make more education decisions in things that matter to you and your family, things that matter to you building that generational wealth for you and your family. Definitely ask the question, how much this going toward the premium? Okay. Now, I'm gonna get it, go straight to you. Now, if you worried about the death benefit, if you put more on the premium, you're gonna have a more death benefit at the end. Okay. But if you trying to build that financial future, have that security for you and your family, creating that generational wealth for you and your family, you want to focus on paying the least you can pay in the premium. All right. And more in the paid up edition. And we'll explain that as you go. But those are the two ways you really need to ask any agent about any life insurance that you're paying. That's number one. Number two is you want to ask the agent at exactly if you're gonna put up to $100,000 a year, all right, and you obligated to that. A lot of people can't commit to that, but I'm just trying to get you to see when you say you want to put in $100,000 a year and you can afford that. You want to know, agent, how much commission you gonna make offer this policy? Ask that question straight up because they in business to make money, but you in business to get the best product for you and your family. And when you understand this, this is a vital question to ask. And I'm gonna show you why. If you just want life insurance, right? And you got the ability to put in $100,000 a year and you getting a $1.5 million policy, right? In that first 2 years, you ain't gonna see no paid up addition, if at all, in the first 2 years. Because most of it, they overcharge you in the first 2 years when you just get a regular policy. And the agent who writing that policy, this on average now, gonna make about 55% on them writing that policy. Wow, 55% on that policy. Do the math. Now, when you come and talk to us and just get that little bit of understanding of where your money going when you buy a policy, and it can only go where? The policy, premium, and the paid up edition, where you can get the cash value. That's the dividend part of the policy, the paid up edition part. Okay, right? Now, like I said, this number two, find out what the commission the agent gonna make off your policy. Whatever it is, ask that question because you do have options. And the other question is, on the other side of that, when you get a policy that put most of the money in the paid up edition part, like I said, we're gonna talk about three, but this just letting you know you have a choice. If you put more money in the paid up edition versus the premium, because you can only put your money in two places, right? Okay. Now let's talk about putting it in the paid up edition part instead of just the premium. If you put most of your money in the paid up edition in the first 2 years, you can get up to 80 to 90, even more in the paid up edition where you can have access to that money within a month or 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. So you can invest in your future. That's the question you need to ask your insurance agent. That's why we educate you over here at Edify to Unify when it comes to your insurance, your life, your financial future when it comes to life insurance. And the reason why you need to know these things because it have a direct reflect on your agent commission, and it give you the most value out of the policy within the first week or the first month at least, where you can go back and borrow the money from your policy and invest in some assets for you and your family to create that generational wealth for you and your family. This is something vital, and I haven't seen anybody from us talking about the value of life insurance, where you putting your money in life insurance, how do the life insurance benefit you, how do the commission is made by the agent writing these policies. We don't hear this. All they say you need to get life insurance. True, so true. But let's get some education at the same time. Now, like I said, number two, ask the agent. You can put your money only in two places, the premium and the paid up edition. And when you focus on the paid up edition part, you still get life insurance, not as much, but it still will be very what you were looking for. I'll put it like that. You will have a decision to make. If you won't focus on life insurance, put it in the premium. If you want to look at building generational wealth for your family, put it in the paid up edition and you will see the benefit down the road. And this is the benefit you will see. And that benefit is you will see more money in the paid up edition than any part when it comes to just the premium. And that is you will have access to 80 to 90% of that $100,000 you put in that year that you can get access to. Okay. That you can get access to. That's the main difference when it comes to life insurance. You got to ask these three questions. We not answered two. Okay. Where you put your money, you put it in two places, the premium and the paid up edition. Number two is how much the commission you make, the agent make when they write these policies. And when you focus on the paid up edition, like I said, when you talk about putting it in the premium, they're making about 55%. Watch this. When you focus on the paid up edition part, the agent will make roughly about 5-6%. Wow. Think about that for me. Wow. Now, who getting the best value out of the product? You, the client. That's why we focus on what we focus on. You should be knocking down our door to get information on how we write insurance. Even if you don't do anything with us for us getting the policy, we here to educate you. We here to inform you so you can make a quality, educated decision on something that's vital that can carry you through the rest of your life, that you can be able to build that foundation for you and your family. That's when you need to know how to know, and we are here to educate you. Don't take this for granted, people. Don't take this for granted because number one, like anybody else, people worried about their bottom line and not you. People are worrying about their family and not yours. You just a means to an end. You just a means to an end to them. You just a client, and a lot of people don't even serve their clients. That's a whole nother story. All right, we said we're gonna talk about three. The third one is the length of your policies. You have to understand the length of your policy. I wouldn't get a policy unless you doing something crazy for as a term policy, unless you really focusing on investing your money in other things. They have a lot of companies out there focus on term policies. Terms for me is good when they're good, because when you're looking at a 100 policy with long-term life insurance, and I'd rather have whole life, it's a whole nother video, but the length of the policy you need to know. You need to know if you have a term, for instance, and it reaches term, say 20 years, do you have to get another medical exam to get it extended if need be? Okay. But we know one thing for sure, that policy is going to lapse within those 10 years or 20 years or 30 years or whatever that term is. And a lot of times you got to get reevaluated from the hospital or get an exam to get the insurance. And we know what? You're a lot older, things happen. That's why we focus on you getting the life insurance when you're young, even at a child age. Make it where you can pay it 100 years. But anyway, ask for the length of time on the policy. Ask for the length of time on the policy. It's vital. These are the three main reasons, three main things you need to know about life insurance before you buy any policy. If you need any questions, want to get any more questions, leave either you down in the comments. But it's time for us to tap into our inner self. It's time for us to unite. It's time for us to come together to educate, uplift, praise until we are one. And then start with us educating each other. If this makes sense to you, share the video. If you want more information on this, put either you down in the comments, share the video. And like I always say, thanks again for checking in. Until next time, let's do it.